Welcome to another edition of, I guess it's just going to be Top Beer spelled the German way for copyright reasons.
Is that the whole title? I guess it's just going.
It should actually. It should be
for copyright.
Anyways,
so today we are drinking Red Ale, continuing with our winter beer theme here. So both Irish Red. We've got first up. We've got the Pelican Irish Red, and then we have the authentic Smithwicks Irish Red. So again, it'll be just like last week. We're going to see how well the Oregon microbrew holds up against the old world European beer. So before you guys
Classic one.
get after it there.
hell yeah.
Now watch as Michael fucks up the pour.
No, it's gonna be perfect this time.
Yeah.
I've been practicing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that mean you've just been drinking?
Oh yeah. I'm back. No. Look at that. Look
Well, now
at
we got like actual pint glasses, and our little 12-ounce beers hardly fill up the thing.
That's
Okay, that's a good pour on all fronts there. Look at that.
There we go.
Connor, you're on bottle duty.
Okay, cool. I'll arrange them.
All right, cheers.
Cheers.
It's very drinkable.
Yeah.
Not much in the way of hops.
Pretty smooth.
It's just malty and smooth.
malty.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah. It's got like a malty, almost like sweetness to it. Not sweet, but like a malty.
Yeah. No, I would say sweetness. Yeah.
A little sweet. I just meant like not like sweet, but the others definitely a hint.
All right. Remember, guys, before we get to read the bottle, we have to release our inner beer snobs.
That's right.
You gotta pick out the notes. Get as pretentious as you can.
Either I'm not picking up much smell or my sniffer is broken.
Oh, you got COVID. Heaps of it.
Oh, that's right. Oh no,
That's one of the things. It's like smell and taste or something.
All right, guys. Well, this
No,
is
it's
the
okay.
last-
We're drinking.
This is the last.
You can drink the virus
Yeah.
under the table.
Alcohol kills it. Alcohol kills it.
This just might be my last episode.
All right, I'm gonna say, because I was reading up about red ale, so I'm kind of cheating again.
Motherfucker. He's cheated.
Right? I'm gonna say, I'm willing to bet the thing says this too. I'm gonna say notes of caramel,
Oh, God.
notes of toffee.
Dark fruits.
No dark fruits this time around. Notes of caramel, notes of toffee, and what have you.
Okay. Sure.
A light hop bitterness
Yeah.
and a balanced malt background.
You literally are reading that. No,
I'm not.
no,
I can't see it.
I was going to say
I'm
that.
just repeating all the stuff I read about red ales while learning myself.
I was going to say that
things
this,
about-
to me, feels like an in-between between like a lager and like a stout or like a porter. It kind of feels like smoother than like a stout, but it has more like flavor and more hops going on.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely
Lager.
lighter in body.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just by looking at the
So
damn
all
thing.
kidding aside, it's. I know there's a little bit of hops. I'm getting just a touch of them.
Mm-hmm.
You can taste the hop bitterness a little bit, but it's mostly just malty and a little bit sweet.
Yeah.
And I'd say it finishes malty.
It's not any more hoppy than like the Guinness was last week. It's like it's got just an edge to it.
Y'all did Guinness.
Yeah.
But yeah,
We didn't do Guinness Draw. It's all right.
Yeah. Just the,
Okay. That's fair.
And-
But yeah, no, I agree with everything you said.
I actually, you know what? I think the caramel thing's on point.
Well, yeah, I mean,
It's not like caramel, like eating straight
Oh,
caramel,
yeah,
but,
no. But it has a
it's
little
kind of
bit of-
caramely, right?
Caramel has like a little bit of a burnt edge flavor to it, and you get a little bit of that like flavor going.
Caramel also describes the color, so that's fantastic. But yeah, like I said, I'm not really
Yeah, literally, yeah. You're
not getting much of a smell. But yeah, no, the flavor, yeah, kind of.
To be honest, I
Little hit
didn't
of
think
caramel.
the smell.
Yeah, I can't smell anything. You know, the smell is
I
almost
feel like
irrelevant.
the IPAs definitely have more of a nose to them, like for sure.
Yeah,
Just that
there's
like
a
tiny
shitload of hops.
aromatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. But yeah, just like but this.
So flavor wise, what you getting, Mike? Big Mike.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, a tiny bit of bitterness, but mostly that like very almost like molasses, like
Yeah.
hop. Sorry, not hop. Malt flavor. Yeah, hint of sweetness for sure. But yeah, it definitely has like undertones of like stoutiness, like stouty. Like
Yes.
yeah. It's like if you poured a Rainier into a stout.
Well, they.
I just said that because I knew we would get a reaction. That's not at all what it's like.
That's the most.
That's
That's,
not at all
that's
what
like
it's
what
like.
your favorite thing to do. It's just the most offensive possible explanation of what a beer tastes like.
You're dumping
It's
it.
like if you
Like,
pissed
what
into
if
a Guinness.
Yeah, what if I took this good beer and then said it's like somebody stuck an old tea bag into
Pelican.
a Pabst Blue Ribbon?
I'm just still salty about those fish and chips that you guys have out in fucking Cannon Beach. But yeah, no, no, I like it. Yeah, just malty, kind of sweet. Definitely, yeah. Just a little stoutiness. Show. I dig it. Not as much of a head though
Alright.
as I was.
You want the bottle?
Yeah.
Want to see what they say?
Yeah, let's-
Doesn't even
let's-
say anything?
Yeah, guys, we were pretentious for no reason. Oh wait, no, here it is.
Okay.
I found it. Okay. Let's see if I can make it through a paragraph without fucking up. Okay. Oh, this is great. So it's called, the full name of this thing is SEA in Red Irish style red ale, because everything they do has a weird ocean theme to it.
Pelican, yeah.
So let's see here. Okay, Sea and Red has a beautiful dark copper color and a medium-bodied presence. This smooth, richly flavored beer has a malt aroma reminiscent of toffee, caramel, and cacao. Oh, fuck off!
It's the chocolate, the dark fruits.
Yeah,
With
there
a
you go.
subtle floral bouquet.
Oh, God.
The lush aroma gives way to a full, rounded, malty flavor with toasty, biscuit-like character and
What?
notes of caramel. A smooth, well-balanced finish both satisfies and quenches. Sip and see spelled S-E-A again,
God.
for yourself. Sea and Red is a round, malty brew, whimsically served up in a bold, colorful name. Wow, that is. I think that takes the cake for pretentious beer description.
That's
Most
up
flowery
there, yeah.
description, yeah.
That's
Wow.
definitely up there.
Oh
And
my
yeah,
God.
they're talking up the smell. I'm not getting any smell, but yeah, no.
Well, that's because you got
everything else-
COVID.
That's probably because I have COVID.
I can't smell anyway.
Come over here and let me cough on you guys. No, but yeah, it's definitely all the tasting notes. Other than chocolate, I'm not or cacao. Like I'm not really picking that up at all. But maybe that's just my
Caramel, right?
unrefined palate.
I think they're just saying that because of the bitter edge.
It's
It has to
got
be like a dark
there
chocolate
we-
BS.
That's
you know?
probably
Like,
what
that's
they're
just
talking
how-
about. Yeah, that's just like a nice way of saying bitter. Like when something tastes like dirt, and you say it tastes earthy.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah.
Well, see, that's how
Everything's
it always.
found, yeah.
That's how it always is with these guys. Is, you know, you can pick up maybe one or two
Yeah.
of the things they're on about,
Yeah.
and I'm saying caramel definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh,
for
yeah,
sure.
like that one's out there, and then but it's not that sweet. It's not sweet enough to be irritating.
Yeah. No.
So it's still got like a traditional malty breadiness as
Yeah.
well. It's not.
Readiness. There we go.
Yeah. So this doesn't really have anything to do with anything. But
Hey, respect.
did you smoke pot this morning?
Oh, I mean,
I'm just curious.
what mornings?
No,
What
no,
would
no, no.
morning be?
Specifically.
The weight.
Okay, how long ago was it?
I've yawned significantly less in this one.
Yeah, how long ago was it?
Like a couple hours. I don't know.
Okay. Because I was gonna say, I've noticed
Uh-huh.
that stoners and alcoholics have an accent.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yes, because you're doing better today. But you know, I would like the first couple we did. I was always bitching at you. It's like, would you just speak like a
Oh my
human so we
God.
can
Yeah.
hear you on the? Turns out that mic is great.
Okay.
And it picks you up just fine.
Okay, great.
Upon further analysis, but
Okay.
so, you know, I was always bitching about that, right?
Yeah.
That's just the pothead.
Uh-huh.
The let's be nice here. The cannabis connoisseur.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Come
That's-
on. Please, come on.
Don't drag my name.
That's the pothead accent because my younger brother talks the same way.
Hell
It's
yeah.
just this sort of right. So stoners, they have this sort of like really quiet, you know, laid back sort of hey man
Yeah.
kind of way of talking. And then alcoholics, I noticed when editing the one I did with you. Not that you're an alcoholic,
Come on, give it time.
Alcohol connoisseur.
but I so often had to for both of us dial down
Yeah.
laughs and also when we shouted to make
I can
it,
already
'cause
tell
that's the
we're gonna
thing
have to
is
do that again.
that's the thing. Oh yeah, which is fine, but But that's the thing, that the stoner accent is the sort of really quiet sort of, hey man, kind of thing. And the alcoholic accent is the, I forgot I'm inside and I don't need to use my outdoor voice sort of, what have I done now? That kind of way of talking. It's
You combine
true.
the two, and then it's like,
Yeah,
That's perfect.
there's a specific accent to the two groups of substance abusers.
That's very
There
true.
is.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I can see that.
That's fair. That's fair.
And we're back.
Yes. Hi.
Let's see how. Oh yeah, I didn't even introduce it. So now we're doing the Smithwicks Red Ale, the authentic Irish Red Ale.
Immediately.
Oh, lock my
Wow.
head. Watch out for the foam,
It
guys.
really wants to foam up, doesn't it?
Oh god. Oh no. What have I done?
I don't know. Ruined it
It's
again.
not that bad.
Actually, that's not bad. Yay. Okay.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Immediately
Yeah.
darker.
It
Beautiful.
loves it. Look at that head.
Immediately darker.
All right.
Wow.
Okay. Now I don't know about you guys, but just as far as
Oh,
like
that was
aesthetics
good.
go, I think a deep red beer with a nice white head is
Yeah.
probably about as tasty as a beer can look.
Yeah, that's good.
I think that's my favorite color of beer right there.
Wow.
I mean, look at the thing.
That's good.
You know what? I know the quality isn't very good.
Uh-oh.
By the way, did you drink before we did?
No.
No, he's just trying to smell it.
I'm just sniffing the fuck out of it.
He's
No,
trying
I
to-
swear.
Let me just so the viewers can see
It's been
this.
on camera the whole time.
Wow, look at that.
Wow, I have to like look at the computer screen and get like a nice close up of that. Look at that.
Here, let me see if I can.
Tell me you're not slightly aroused looking at that beer.
How do I stop?
Yeah, that's making it work. Oh wait, no, you're right.
Yeah,
look at that.
It's like, wow, it is
Look
red.
at that. All right, let's get after it.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh.
Boom.
Yeah. Now, it is slightly warmer, so that might be the reason that I'm getting more flavor immediately, but definitely.
Oh yeah, because this wasn't refrigerated.
Definitely getting
This is
more
what I
flavor.
get for buying the beer 15 minutes before we started.
Yeah.
Glass helped.
It happens.
You know.
Yeah, the glass did help.
Yeah.
Wow. It's got almost like herbal notes to it.
Doesn't have the hops back, I noticed.
Well, I'm gonna say it's probably not as hoppy.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, they don't use American hops, so they're gonna
Oh.
taste way different.
He has like German hops or something?
English.
Oh.
Or
I
Irish.
guess Irish.
I guess.
Yeah, wherever they're growing them.
I would imagine there's probably between the British and Irish they're just sharing everything they got. I think, but
Similar notes of like tasting notes, but like definitely more flavorful. I'm picking up way more caramel on this, like way more of a caramely malt flavored on this one.
I'm gonna say right now, I think I'm gonna have trouble with this one. I'm having a hard time even telling that big of a difference between the two. 'Cause,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
most of the flavor is like pretty
well,
close.
don't worry about telling the difference. Just
Yeah.
we're gonna get to that in a minute.
Okay, well, sure, yeah.
just think about this beer, and I'm inclined to agree with Mike so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like heavier, like almost like like a little bit
Heavier?
Not like I don't know. It just feels like maybe it's just that there's more flavor,
I don't.
I was gonna say it's even
think
smoother.
it's-
smoother. Well, I'm not saying
It feels a little smoother
a
to
little
drink.
smoother. Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Well, you know what it is. It's got less like the Oregon one here. It doesn't have a lot of hops, but they're still noticeable.
Yeah.
And this is another one of those times where I'm sure you would really notice if the hops were not in this beer.
Yeah.
But I think the hops, it's a low enough amount. I'm willing to bet under 30 IBU.
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying the hops are just here to balance out the sweetness. So there's no hop flavors jumping out at you.
No.
It's just all malt.
Yeah. It almost tastes like. It almost. I don't know. It almost reminds me of like it's dessert or something. The middle flavor of it.
It would
is
go
like,
well with like
It's a dessert beer.
Yeah, like as strange as that sounds.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
like, instead of like a wine. Yeah, no.
I
Instead
don't
of wine
know.
with dessert,
It's
yeah.
strange. I kind of dig it. I can see why they might be like a winter time because it's like kind of comforting.
No,
you know?
totally. Yeah, no. And like I said, I immediately got, I don't even know, maybe I was just tripping, but like a little hint of like an herbal kind of like flavor to it. It was like maybe, I don't know what exactly, I couldn't put a name on what herb, but it's that.
All right. Yeah. Anybody else have anything to add?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, it doesn't have like it's not a super in-depth flavor to be fair. Like it doesn't
You can't-
have the hop edge. it just kind of has like this strong middle, I would say. That's like a caramel kind of like bready kind of thing going on in the middle, and then it is what it is. I'm telling you, it feels like an in between of like a stout and a lager, like as far as your like malt kind of.
Yeah.
Singe
I'm also
goes.
wondering if this is actually a little bit lighter bodied. I
Than
guess
the
we'll
other
figure out when we drink it when we drink
I
it at the
think
same
I'd be
time.
inclined to agree with you.
But
I
it
think-
seems, and when we talk about body again, that's literally how dense the beer is. So
Yeah.
it's like mouthfeel. Like, is it like full and rich, or is it rather thin and watery? Those are the two opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
So when you talk about full-bodied, it's obviously
So
more
is-
dense.
Is
more-
body actually related to gravity at all, or is it?
Yes.
It is. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you've got the original gravity, which is the amount of fermentable sugars, and not just fermentable sugars. It's the amount of fermentable sugars and unfermentable sugars in your wort before you pitch the yeast.
Okay.
And final gravity is after the fermentation's over, and it's basically a measure of how many non-fermentable sugars are left in your beer.
Okay.
And it basically defines, so there's like a lot of German, the Bockbiers, those German Bockbiers that have crazy amounts of alcohol.
Okay.
I know
sure.
you're a fan of them.
Oh, Doppelbox?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, Doppelbock is a Bockbier, only it means double.
Okay.
So it's even stronger
Okay.
than normal
I
Bockbier.
love
damn.
those.
Is
Those
that-
are my favorite.
Never mind.
Yeah, that's my
But
favorite beer.
yeah, so those are actually lagers.
They're just like giga lagers.
But see the thing is, and they're not all that full bodied. I'm sure they have a very high original gravity,
Okay.
but that's because they have a very high amount of fermentable sugars, which all get turned into alcohol. So it's not that full bodied as a finished product.
Damn.
It's just a very strong lager.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, that explains it.
Yeah.
Because they're pretty smooth. It's just that they're strong as fuck. Like you can tell.
Yeah.
when you drink
Extremely flavorful as
them. Yeah.
well.
Oh yeah. I love Doppelbock.
Still good though.
Iinger, dude. Iinger is the best Doppelbock I've had. Is Iinger.
Well, we'll have to do a whole thing with box as well.
That's gonna be expensive.
They are, but between
It's worth it,
between
though.
a group of people,
It's
and
worth
you know
it.
what? It's never as bad as going to a bar.
Oh god,
So.
yeah.
Should we? We're almost done with this one already.
Finish it off and then-
let's. Well, I was gonna say let's see what
yeah.
they're saying.
Right. Let's see what they got to say.
All right. Do you want to read this one out, Mike?
Yeah, Mike. What do you got?
Smithwicks has been brewing in Ireland for over 300 years. Like the castle at the heart of Kilkenny, where Smithwicks was founded, our brews have stood
Letterkenny?
the test of time. This ruby red brew earned its rightful place as Ireland's most loved ale. Now brewed in Dublin, this red ale has a blend of mild hops, sweet malt, and roasted barley. Brewed by Guinness and Company, St. James Gate, Dublin.
Fucking god. What Guinness?
Dublin 8.
Yeah. There's actually.
The
All
8 Dublin.
right.
DrinkIQ.com. Shout out to DrinkIQ.com.
Okay, so we're all running low on our beers.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say let's wait till when we get to both our beers, then we'll dive into our informational bit, and I will tell you guys about red ale,
Sure.
and also this guy specifically.
You know what's interesting? It didn't say anything about flavor.
No.
This description.
No, the Europeans don't really do that. They don't really go in for that. They're
Yeah.
like telling you what you're
You know
supposed to
what?
taste. They just sort of. Oh, they do. Oh, it's at the top, isn't it?
Ireland's most loved ale,
shit.
a ruby red brew with a gentle hop bitterness, sweet malty notes, and a refreshingly balanced.
Okay, but that's an afterthought because that's the neck label.
Yeah.
It's also. I'll say this about the Europeans. I don't think it matters where you go in Northern Europe, but it's all. You notice how short of a description that is?
Yeah.
That's generally how they do it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, it literally says red ale, so that might be a description of all red ales at that point.
Alright, yeah, the following there's a difference. And I'll try to keep them the same. I don't want any cross contamination. That's how the British say angry contamination. You get it? Cross. Okay, never mind. Sorry.
I don't.
Very cross.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh yeah, this has way more.
Yeah.
Way more. What do you call it? CO2 escaping from the glass.
You mean it's more carbonated?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Why do you sound like a Muppet?
Oh, Kermit.
Of course, you gotta miss Piggy too.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Say baby would have been so fucked up.
Oh my god, a mutant.
Oh yeah.
Wait, did I end up with
Wait.
2 red ales?
Yeah, they're both red ales.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, goofball.
I'm sorry, wait. I'm sorry, I'm so confused.
Yeah, we're drinking.
Continue.
That's the whole point of this, Connor.
I
Is
thought
we
I ended
drink,
up. I
we
meant
drink
2.
the same style of beer.
I meant 2 pelicans, but this is not a pelican.
So
No.
immediate,
Yeah, right away.
like definitely a different color. This one honestly I think is more red. This one's more caramel. So the Pelican is a little bit more red, like truly red.
This one's darker.
This one's darker, more caramel colored, and definitely more head on the Irish.
Oh yeah, look at the fucking difference. I bought them the exact
Significantly.
same way. Motherfuckers, like 3 times as much head.
Yeah.
Well, I got the same level of head on both, but
Did we all do
The
right
Pelican-
Irish left Pelican?
Yeah.
I think
Okay,
we did,
good shit.
didn't we?
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
it doesn't matter because we can see. I don't know if
I-
anybody can see from the camera there, but we can see the difference, so
Yeah.
it's okay. But I noticed right away the head lasts longer on the Smithwicks.
Yes, indeed. No, absolutely. Oh, yeah, immediately. Yeah, this one's already kind of pooping out.
Organize this.
Yeah. All right. So
Okay.
let's see.
Oh, hold on.
Wait. Okay.
Oh, you got our
Wait, what do we start
our
with?
stack of alcoholism. It doesn't matter what we're
Okay,
starting
sure.
Well,
with. To each
Cheers.
their own. Cheers.
Start with Pelican.
looking at Connor, do you see the difference in color? That's insane. I mean, like, yeah.
The difference is probably at any ours.
Oh, well, you can see it from the camera for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
So the right one is the Irish one. So the Irish one has a much
Well,
darker kind of caramel color. Look at that.
Camera left, I believe.
Oh, right.
But yes,
Right.
no, yeah, no.
All right, I'm trying the Irish one now.
Stage. What is that? Stage left.
Yeah. I don't know how that works.
Theater, man. It's been so long.
Oh yeah, you were. Yeah. Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah,
dude.
next to the Pelican, no hops, and just
Wow. No, very different. I love
Extremely
doing this
different.
because side by side, it's way.
I
more
thought they were
noticeable.
different. I thought they were more similar than they actually
Yeah.
were.
No.
They're like way more different.
Side
Okay.
by side.
Wow.
This almost has like a kind of like a coffee aftertaste to it, a little tiny bit,
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
tiny bit.
I wonder if that's because people talk about toffee. That flavor. Do you think it's maybe that?
Yeah, probably. It's probably that
'Cause
same.
I'm not
Maybe
getting much in the way.
I might have mixed up the first letter.
It's got to be that same stout, like kind of.
No,
it's
but
the burnt malt thing, right? Like
Yeah.
it's the malt thing. It,
Yeah,
it
well-
has to be that.
This is definitely
So-
lighter.
Yeah.
I would say. This is.
Oh, you think this one's lighter bodied than this one? Is that what you're saying?
I would say the Pelican is a little bit lighter bodied for sure. Yeah.
Remember, the body is forget flavor. It's mouthfeel,
literally
like
the
how.
heaviness.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's literally the density of the beer.
Okay, well then maybe what I'm saying is drinkability. I would say that this is more. This is a little bit. When I say lighter, I guess what I'm saying is I feel like I can drink more of these.
This isn't as malty.
Okay,
It isn't.
that's
Yeah,
probably
it's
what-
not.
This is not as malty. This is more hoppy.
You can tell.
This one is malty through and through.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. God, that's so strange. I thought they were more similar when I was doing one and I did the other, but at the same time, they're a lot more different than I thought.
It's crazy side by side.
Yeah.
So-
They are, yeah.
Before I forget, time for the boring informational segment.
No, it's not. It's good. It's quality. I enjoy it.
So, red ales. Now, I had a bitch of a time doing my research. Granted, I just have this great big fuck off beer encyclopedia, and that's how I do all my research.
sure,
but
it's good.
it's a pretty vague description of what red ales are.
Okay.
So, we're going to break it down into 3 major categories. And what you have is you've got red ale, American red ale, Irish red ale, and you've got amber ale. Now, these are both, I mean, this is actually Irish. And the Pelican is, a Northwest craft brewery's take on an Irish ale.
Sure.
But the difference between these 3. So, amber ales are brewed with, in addition, so both beers, both red ales and amber ales, are essentially sub-styles of pale ale. And amber ales are brewed with Cristal or caramel malt. And red ales are brewed with, they might use some Cristal or caramel as well, but they're brewed with the addition of roasted barley malt. Now
Okay.
the difference between the two, barley malt, even the pale malt, is dried and then roasted.
Okay.
Now pale barley malt, which is of course the bulk of this beer and pretty much all beer, it's dried and then it's roasted, but it's roasted at very light temperatures. It does not change color in any way, and is generally the bulk of the beer because it's got all the sugars and enzymes and what you need to make beer.
Sure.
Now, roasted barley malt, they're both roasted actually, but the difference is the same thing, dried and then roasted, but they roasted at higher temperatures, so it actually, it literally caramelizes the malt
Oh, wow. Okay.
and or burns it even. If you're going for stouts, right, you get the various types of malts that are almost black
Sure.
sometimes. In fact, there's black malt is a thing. So that's the roasted malt. Cristal or caramel malt, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, that's how it's spelled,
Sure.
is different in that in the malting process, so first they let the things grow a bit, right?
Mhm.
And then they dry them out to cease the growing, and then they roast them. Cristal or caramel malt is different in that they don't dry them out.
Okay.
Those things are roasted, and they're even sprayed with water, so they're wet, and it's essentially like doing a mash, which is the first step in making beer. Those things are roasted without having been dried out,
Wow.
and what results is unfermentable sugars are created, and so these cristal or caramel malts, and they whole variety of them, but what they attribute to beer is sweetness, because of course the unfermentable sugars, they don't get turned to alcohol, so that carries over, and fuller body, because if they're not converted, then your
Then
beer
you
is
get a fuller
obviously
body.
thicker.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Whereas your roasted malts would generally give you more. So this will give you more like sweet malty flavors in a fuller body, the cristal and caramel malt,
Mhm.
and the roasted malts will give you more, roasty flavors,
Right.
like the coffee and the dark chocolate and the what have you, everything that's on stouts. So red ales, and here's the thing: red ales and amber ales, lots of crossover,
Okay.
right? Lots of crossover.
Yeah. That doesn't sound the same either.
But red ales use, and they may use a bit of cristal or caramel as well, but amber ales generally only use that. Whereas red ales use some roasted malt as well. So like the Smithwicks here, I wouldn't be surprised just roasted. Mostly pale malt, but I wouldn't be surprised if the only addition is a few different varieties of roasted malt and no cristal or caramel malt added. Now, the difference between the American red ale and the Irish red is, I'm sure you could have guessed, hops.
yeah.
The Americans add
Yeah.
more hops.
They
So
definitely do.
yeah,
No doubt.
if you're drinking like the buoy thing that I very much enjoy, or a whole number of them, they're all quite hoppy. Not like IPAs, but you're getting some IPA flavors from those hops, and Irish ales are very, as you see with this one, they're very lightly hopped,
Yeah.
and they're just supposed to be malty and drinkable.
It's hard to even notice the hops in the Irish one.
Oh,
It
You
really
can't
is.
even, you can't even taste them. I mean,
Yeah.
you notice it if they weren't there,
Yeah.
but they're pretty much just there to balance out the malty sweetness.
Yeah.
no, it's
So yeah, you can't even.
What if that's like a factor of the Northwest's love for hops in general?
No.
I think it goes for the rest of the states as well.
Yeah.
But
Maybe-
yeah, the Northwest is really bad. But with the hops,
To be fair, it's a Northwest beer, is why I mentioned that. But yeah,
Yeah.
maybe in general.
no, that is.
I don't know.
But that is like what Americans do, right? It's
Yeah.
we take a beer style and we go, okay, it's good, but
What if we just dumped hops?
what if we just added more hops?
You mean? Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
How many hops would you like? Yes.
Yes. yeah. That's interesting.
So-
Okay.
So that was a nice long pause there. That's gonna make this an easy edit. I have another stupid theory to throw by you guys.
Okay.
No.
All right, I
Or
want to hear it.
not so much a theory.
I want to hear it.
I meant to say okay, I don't know.
Well,
That's probably the right
they're the
one.
same. Yeah.
So I've noticed in recent years, I'm curious if you guys can relate. I've noticed in recent years when I'm walking through the city or whatever, and I see a proper 10 out of 10 extremely hot girl.
Okay.
Like
All right.
you couldn't find a flaw to save your life. She might as well be a model.
Okay.
When I see one of them, I've noticed I look at them in essentially the same way I look at a Lamborghini. Now, hold on, this is gonna make sense in a minute. You got to bear with me here, because
You just
If-
want to riot. No, I'm sorry. No.
if I see, it's gonna make sense in a minute. If I'm out in the town and I see a Lamborghini drive by, like I'm gonna notice. Of course I'm gonna notice. You're fucking hell, it's a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
But I don't really give it a second thought because at the end of the day, I know I'm never gonna drive one.
Oh my God.
But if I see like a 97 Volkswagen Jetta GT,
Jesus Christ.
that's a lot more. Like I'm gonna walk around that car, fucking look into the windows, make sure it's a manual, because that's achievable. Is this analogy making any sense to you guys?
You know what?
Sense,
Yeah.
It does
You know
make
what?
sense, yeah.
There you go. You win
Yeah,
this
Can
time.
you relate?
Oh, yeah.
Right, but yeah, when you see someone where it's like,
That would have been a good
all right,
stand-up
this is potentially this could happen, right? It's
Yeah.
feasible.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. There you go. That's a winner. Yeah. Oh boy. I appreciate the Lamborghini analogy. I definitely don't think that though.
On a personal level.
I personally, when I see a hot, for a chick out there, I'm not thinking of Lamborghinis at that time.
Well, I didn't say I'm not thinking of Lamborghinis. It's just I noticed I look at them the way I look at a Lamborghini,
Look at the truck.
and not even a Lamborghini. It's just I'm using a Lamborghini so that non-car people can get it.
Okay.
Because if I said
Yeah.
a Koenigsegg or
I was gonna say the mechanic is rubbing off.
Yeah. Well, if I went with the more specific sports car or some
McLaren.
old classic, like an old 240Z or something, people who don't understand cars wouldn't know. But I say Lamborghini, and it's like everyone who is not into cars, and you ask them, what kind of car would you get if you had $1 million? Oh, Lamborghini.
Yeah, I don't know if I would though, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Well, I'm just saying, like everyone who is just not a car person,
Yeah.
they all say the same thing. It's just the boring.
But
Like,
it comes
I guess I'd have a Lamborghini.
For me, anyways, when it comes to cars and shit, and even like I don't know, like clothing and general things, utility for me is most important. Honestly, I got a fucking Subaru Outback. That thing is a beast. Okay.
Yeah, that's what Michael should get.
I really should.
That
You
thing,
should get a Subaru Outback.
it's
was
got a
looking at Subaru. What are you doing?
500-mile range.
I was like,
500.
What? How was the mile?
I'm not kidding about. Well, mile per count's like 28 to 30 highway.
That's fucking pretty good, dude.
It's not
The
like,
Stang
amazing,
makes
but
10
it's good.
less than that.
It's good enough.
That's fucking.
That thing, I've
Well,
taken
the
that thing on so
Stang
many
has
road
a
trips.
5-liter V8.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Stang
that's
is not maybe the model citizen for
No.
miles per gallon.
No, it's
We are, of course, referring to Michael's Mustang,
Yeah.
which we refuse to call anything but
The Stang.
That's not.
It's what it is.
That's
Yeah.
not it.
But honestly, that thing, and especially if
It's
you're
the
driving
perfect
a lot.
car for a fratty, date rapey bro.
Oh my god!
Not that you are that guy.
Oh
I'm just
my
saying
God.
that's what people think
Dude.
of when they see that car.
Let's omit the date rapey part. I'll take fratty. I will.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying
Fatty.
that's you at all. I'm not saying that's you at all. I'm just saying you see that
Just
Mustang
people that
and you
drive
just assume,
that. I mean,
Listen, I
you
would.
just assume, fratty date rapey
I've
bro.
seen
His
fucking.
parents have bailed him out of enough shit.
I've seen
they pay
those
for his
frats, man. I went
colleges.
to OSU.
Yeah,
I
like,
saw those
yeah, you know.
fucking.
the fratty dudes.
Yeah, I went to their parties. Even
Hell yeah.
it was some hell of a nights.
Guys, we're all running out of beer.
Getting there. Yeah.
Oh no.
So let's, especially Mike here.
no.
Yeah, you're doing good.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Let's, and we don't have any more of these.
Oh no.
I got a 6-pack of each. That's.
I mean, that's wise.
Yeah, that's fair.
I would have liked to have gotten more, but these things are expensive.
Oh yeah.
So let's before we decide which one we prefer, let's try and wrap these guys up.
Michael?
All right.
No, I would say I would definitely say that the Smithwicks is a little bit more drinkable as far as going the distance with it. I think that the metallic taste is kind of throwing me off a little bit. I'm not
As you drink more of it,
little
it's more
bit.
noticeable.
And not that it's bad by any means, but I
No.
would definitely say that if I had to choose between the two, I would go with the Smithwicks, just because it has more of that like kind of caramely, malty flavor to it. I would say it just has like a little bit more like a well-rounded flavor than the Pelican does. Pelican's still good, but I would say if gun to my head, Smithwicks.
Okay.
Sure.
all the
So
way.
you're going right ahead, and you're leaning Smithwicks.
Oh, was I not supposed to do that?
No, that's fine.
No, that's
that's
fine.
good.
No,
I was gonna say
I
we start with summing up each beer,
Personally.
and then we
Yeah.
go with which way are we leaning.
But then Michael starting and then going back down.
Oh yeah, it's perfect. So
Slight metallic. Not, I mean, I like it a lot, but the metallic. Honestly, that's kind of like the deal breaker. Not, it's still good, but not like a deal breaker. But like that's what's pushing me more this way.
Yeah.
No, I would just say. Yeah.
so you're leaning Smithwicks.
I'm leaning very heavily.
All right.
That's not a comment on my weight. That's just.
You can't say that while drinking, Michael.
It's quite
Connor,
Oh,
sum it up for
that's
us.
rough. That's rough. So I'll just say, to start with, I think that if you're just like introductory red ale, or like starting red ale, the Smithwicks, super solid. There's no bitter edge. It's like lager-ish. Like, it's very smooth red ale. Like, there's not a lot of sharp flavors, not a lot of objectionable like flavors going on or anything. It's very like personally though, I'm really digging the Pelican. It just has more going on. There's like the strange kind of like metal, like metallic edge to it. There's the like the hops edge. I'm really digging it because the Smithwick, it's a little bland. It's a little bit bland in my opinion. It's a little bland. It's like it's got a good strong middle, but like it's not like a huge variation along the flavor profile of it. It's solid. It's good. I would drink it again for sure. If it was, cheap. Which is another issue. It's another issue. It's not their fault.
imported beer.
Yeah. But I think I'm going to go with the Pelican. I think I liked it more. I think although I will say that the head is very pleasing.
Noticeable.
I kind of dig
Like
that.
we all got foam left over.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
not
kinda
since
cool.
they're dissipated, but
I like
no,
that.
we all got foam left over on our
Yeah.
Smithwick glasses.
But I think I preferred the Pelican. I really do. I like that it had the hop edge to it. I like that it had a little more going on. It had the weird kind of metallic flavor, but I kind of dug it after a while. To be honest, it grew on me a lot as I was drinking it.
Took the words out of my mouth. Yeah, no, straight up. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I dug it. I think I like the Pelican more.
All right, so Connor's vote goes to Pelican.
Yeah.
I'm gonna side Smithwicks.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going Smithwick. The Pelican was not bad by any means, but
The Pelican was very good.
Yeah, Pelican. Yeah, I think both were good.
If I had
Yeah.
to
They were
choose-
both great beers. I thoroughly enjoyed both of these.
Yes.
But just as Connor said it was bland. Well, no, you didn't say it was bland.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It didn't
Less.
have as. It
There's
didn't
much
have,
going on.
It didn't have as much
Yeah.
going on, which
Yeah.
I would agree with.
Yeah.
But I also found it to be just so well rounded.
It's so comforting
flavor.
too.
You
The
just-
Smithwicks, it's so
it's-
nice.
It's
Yeah.
like wrapping up in
Yeah.
a nice warm blanket.
Yeah,
I don't know,
and
for
especially
sure.
winter
Yeah.
time.
It's
Like,
the kind of beer you go to the pub, and so we don't really have bars that serve red ales like this because we're in America. But when I was in Germany, the Irish bars would always have like Kilkenny,
that's
or
cool.
if they did other stuff, they'd have Murphy's Red, and red ales were always the one. It's fucking hell. You would just want to drink those all night long, and you would never want to stop. It's like every red ale you had, you wanted another one.
Yeah.
And that's this
Boom.
guy.
Yeah,
That's why. So Connor's vote, fully respect it. Going to the Pelican, but this is a democracy. This podcast. So, the traditional Irish Irish version, the Smithwicks, is going to claim it.
Yeah.
So there we go.
All respect to Smithwicks. It's good.
Yeah.
It's a good beer. I like it.
No, this is the first time we've had a difference in opinion.
Oh.
Yeah.
The other times we've done the podcast, everybody involved has been.
Unanimous.
Yeah.
I think it's very close, this one.
Yeah.
I think
No,
it's
it is
very
close.
close.
It is close. Definitely, I was torn.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But
I think it's pretty obvious, like the Guinness episode, like it's very obvious, like Guinness is like, it's gonna what's going on. Like Guinness is just gonna win. But like, I think this one is closer. It's closer.
We gotta do. Have you done the Rasputin? Rasputin. The fucking the stout Rasputin stout.
We'll get into all that
Okay, yeah,
in a minute.
We're gonna cut that out.
So, yeah. End of the day, you know, Connor's vote is for Pelican. It's a great beer. If you like your beers a little hoppier, it's got a nice crisp hop finish to it.
It's good. It's
But
very good.
yeah, as I said, this podcast is a democracy because freedom and what have you. and we both leaned for the malty drinkability that is the traditional Irish red here from the Smithwicks. So Smithwicks is gonna claim the victory today.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
That's that. All right, you guys have a good night. Or day, or whenever the hell I get around to posting.
Whatever
this.
time it is,
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter. I mean,
Damn, dude. I like that episode a lot.
and